Hello, I'm Simon and welcome to the SciRob YouTube channel. And if you're having a bit of deja vu from the start of this video, well, you're not going mad, because most of this footage is also in another video, because replacing ABS rings requires a lot of the same procedures as drive shafts. Just started off just with a bit of wire brushing and penetrating oil on the track rod end, and on this it needs a 8mm counter hold and then an 18mm to do the knot, and then it just dislocates nice and easy. You can use a hammer to pop it out if there's a lot of corrosion. And then I popped off the drive shaft bolt and then used just the plastic head of a screwdriver, a stiff screwdriver, gave it a few whacks with a hammer, and that started to push the drive shaft back into the hob to make removal a lot easier. Just on the top of the hob is the ABS sensor. Location varies with different cars, but they're normally located somewhere around the hob. And on this it's just a 10mm bolt which pops out, and then I just used a wide screwdriver just to give the sensor a bit of a wiggle and help it on its way when it came to pulling it out, because you've only got a thin wire, and so you want to give yourself as much help as possible pulling it out. And there it is. You can actually see some score marks on the bottom of the sensor from corrosion on the ABS ring. And so then it's just a question of removing the top strut bolt. So on this it's 21mm and an 18mm counter hold. You can sometimes get away, if you've got a strut design like this with two bolts, you can sometimes get away with just removing the top bolt and then loosening the bottom bolt and then just pivoting out the hub without taking the hub off. So I thought I'd give that a go on this occasion, just to loosen the bottom bolt and see how I went on. But different cars do vary, and sometimes you have to do a little bit more assembling, disassembling, just to get the drive shaft out. So you can see the drive shaft is now easily coming out of the hob, but clearance is an issue to get it out fully. So I'll just show you another option that you'll have, and that's to undo the track rod end. It's not the track rod end, goodness me, the anti-roll bar link, and when you take that out, it just releases a bit of tension on the strut, and that can sometimes give you just the extra couple of millimeters wriggle room in order to take the drive shaft out of the hob. But I was still having no joy on this occasion. I don't know what was different this time, but anyway, no bother. So I removed the bottom bolt from the strut, and just then the drive shaft just popped out nice and easy. Don't let the hub go though if you're doing that. I supported the hub all the time because the brake caliper is still attached to the hub and you don't want to stress the brake lines. And then I just pop the bottom bolt back into the strut and the hub, and that just stops it from falling away and stressing the brake line. Now you can replace the ABS rings with the drive shaft in this position. I've done it a few times before, but when I was making this video I had to have the drive shafts off because I was changing the seal, so, and it helps with the camera angles as well. So I took the drive shafts off, and this is how I did the replacement of the rings. So I used my Dremel with a cutting disc, and all I did was cut far enough down into the ring so it cut just the ring. I don't want to touch the drive shaft at all. You don't want to damage anything other than the ring. And all I'm going to do here is just cut two slots about 1 inch apart, something like that. And I was just taking my time, just kept checking my work, kept lifting the cutting disc up just to make sure I wasn't going in too far, And then once I was happy, I then just turned the drive shaft round so I could just make another cut around about an inch away from the original. Once again, just taking my time, working my way down, and if you do it right, you're not going to damage your drive shaft, and you're going to have a nicely weakened ABS ring. You may not even need to do any cutting. Some ABS rings are so badly corroded they pretty much fall off when you take them off the car, so it's very much dependent on your situation when it comes to changing them. But there we go, just two nice little cuts without damaging the drive shaft, ready to pop the ring off. And then there's just a nice little gap on these where I can just about get my pliers in there. Probably could have done with some thinner nose pliers, but I've got enough of a grip onto it, and I'd weakened the ring enough that this piece then just pulled out. And then there's enough of a gap just to pop a screwdriver in, just to lever off the rest of the ring, and it just comes off by hand. And then the surface that the ring sits on the drive shaft, I just got some sandpaper to that, just to get it all nice and smooth and take away any large bits of rust. So these are the new rings that I'm going to be putting on. They cost me £2.75 each. So this is a less than £6 job. Just double checking them for size and the gap in the between the teeth. Perfect fit. And just to help things along, I just put a bit of brake grease, which is silicone grease, around the seat of the drive shaft where the ring's going to go, and on the inside of the ring itself. I would suggest not to use copper grease in this situation, just because it's conductive and your ABS rings work from magnetic impulses, and it generates an alternating current signal going into the engine computer. So copper grease may not affect it, but just to be on the safe side, silicone grease is very cheap and it's guaranteed not to affect the ABS signal and the speed signal. So a good little smear on the ring, and just line it up. Some people heat them in the oven to slightly expand the ring and it drops on and then cools on, but this works fine for me, just greasing up the ring and the shaft. Good accurate tap, and already with that first tap you can see it close the gap nicely there, and you just work your way around, and it's not about how hard you hit it, it's more about being accurate. And so I'm just standing it up now just to get a bit of extra leverage with the hammering. It's not always easy hammering these if you're trying to film it, and there's just a little bit more left to go. So once again, just using a rubber mallet so it's not going to damage the ring, and just working my way around and just trying to do nice accurate blows and just work my way around until the ring is seated properly on the shaft. And it looks like we're just about there now. So after a little bit more hammering, it's all ready to go back onto the car. And just clean off the splines on the drive shaft and clean the splines inside the hub as well, and then they'll mate up quite nicely, and the drive shaft will go back into the hub without too much of an issue. Just give it a little twist as you're putting it in, and then the splines will match up, and then it just slots in to the hub. And then once that's in, it's just a question then of replacing the drive shaft bolt. And what that'll do is it'll drag the drive shaft into the correct position, and you know you've got it right when you look down the ABS sensor hole and you'll see your nice sparkling ring through the hole. There's almost too many innuendos there, but anyway, There you go, there's the nice clean ABS ring visible through the sensor hole. And that's it, and it's just a question of putting things back together. I've done a lot of recent videos on drive shafts, suspension, strut replacement. So if you need more detail, you're basically just reversing everything that you've done before, just putting everything back together, anti-roll bar links, and you're done. And thanks for watching.